Do you believe us if we tell you a halophyte species guards our shorelines against severe storms, erosion, and other harsh factors? Yes, we are talking about mangrove trees. In this video, we will explore the life of mangrove trees. Mangroves are salt-tolerant trees, generally exceeding 1.5 meters in height, that normally nurture above mean sea level in the intertidal zone of marine coastal or estuarine environments of tropical and subtropical coastlines. They are typically found between 25 degrees north and 25 degrees south latitudes. Normally, researchers divide mangrove species into two groups: exclusive and non-exclusive. The exclusive species are limited to the mangrove habitats. They are strict mangroves or true mangroves. Non-exclusive means species mainly distributed in land or water habitats. The space between the tides is not only harsh, but also a salt-rich environment, and mangrove spectacularly colonizes this intertidal zone and protects the land from harsh conditions like high salinity, heavy rain, storms, shifting sediment, inundation, etc. Above all, this is the place on Earth where the worlds of land, freshwater, and the ocean mix. Initially, the division was different, and botanists classified it into true mangroves and mangrove associates. A true mangrove will display the following properties. First, they exist in intertidal zones and do not occur in terrestrial environments. Second, they play a significant role in the structure of the community. Third, they have morphological specializations like aerial rots to adapt to harsh environments. Fourth, they will display physiological adaptations like salt exclusion, secretion, and accumulation. Fifth, they will show viviparous reproduction and are taxonomically isolated from their terrestrial relative, at least at the generic level. Before moving further, let's explore the difference between two key words: mangrove and mangle. Mangrove is a specialized tree found in the intertidal zones. But what is this mangle? It is a tropical vegetation type with some outliers in subtropical latitudes, notably New Zealand, South Florida, South Africa, Australia, and South Japan. McNay introduced this term to refer to tropical coastal swamp ecosystems. The mangroves are commonly located on tropical and subtropical coastlines and cover an area of 137,760 square kilometers. There are some factors that limit their presence. For example, mangroves are sensitive to chilling temperatures, and they can survive only at the mean winter sea surface temperature of at least 20 degrees Celsius, and their limits display a correlation with a 24 degrees Celsius isotherm. There are two main mangrove centers in the world: Indo-West Pacific and Atlantic East Pacific. Researchers further subdivided the two mangrove realms into 7 mangrove provinces. They are West America, East America, West and Central Africa, East Africa, Indo-Andaman, Southeast Asia, and Australasia. The mangroves of East Africa are a subset of species found further east in the Indian Ocean, and it is due to the hyper-arid coastline of the Middle East that creates a significant barrier to mangrove dispersal. Around 73 species of these halophytes have been recognized, and 17 species are recorded as true mangroves. Even with similar climatic conditions, the Indo-West Pacific region shows more diversity with 63 species, and the Atlantic East Pacific had only 19 species. Only 2 species, Acrosticum aureum and Rhizophora samoensis, are commonly present in both regions. Avicennia marina shows a wide latitudinal and longitudinal range. About 75% of total mangroves are located between 0 degrees and 10 degrees north and south latitude, and in the region near the equator, its species richness will be high. The most extensive areas of mangroves are located in 12 countries, accounting for over 68% of mangrove cover. Indonesia has the highest mangrove cover with 31,894 square kilometers and 20.91% of the total world mangrove area. Brazil comes second, and Australia, with 9,910 square kilometers, comes third. The other countries on the list are Mexico, Nigeria, Malaysia, Myanmar, Bangladesh, Cuba, India, Papua New Guinea, and Colombia. If we look into the question, how mangrove species originated, the answer is a fascinating assumption. They are considered a species that arose just after the first angiosperms. When researchers tried to trace its molecular history based on fossils, they got an interesting answer. Mangroves originated along the shorelines of the ancient Tethys Sea. After its origin, there was a dispersal along the Tethys Seaway westward to the Atlantic. After the Atlantic, it reached the East Pacific, then East Asia, and Australia. This dispersal happened during the late Cretaceous, or early Eocene, around 80 million years ago. Due to the northward movement of Africa, a physical barrier was created, which resulted in the closure of Tethys Seaway. This closure resulted in the complete termination of exchange routes. Moreover, this closure is the reason for the difference in species richness between Indo-West Pacific and Atlantic East Pacific. Events like the rise of the Pleistocene sea level and plate tectonics are responsible for the current distribution pattern. In general, when compared with tropical forests, the mangrove forest structure is simple. They display a general zonation without understory. You may wonder why the understory is absent in a mangrove forest. This absence is due to salinity, flooding, and low light intensity in the mangrove habitat. However, the zonation is influenced by various biotic and abiotic factors. Arid mangrove forests have high stem density, low species richness, low pony height, and low basal area. The case of tropical mangrove forests is different. The wet, humid mangroves have high canopy height, high basal area, and low stem density. Now, we will see what special features help them to adapt to this extraordinary habitat. The leaves can be small or large, with a glossy appearance, and salt-exciting glands are the first feature that helps their survival in saline conditions. Their leaves have a special structure called hydatodes. These are areas where the epidermis is interrupted or where an enlarged stoma or epithelium develops. Hydatodes help in the guttation, or release of water droplets. Aerial roots are the most striking features of mangroves. These aerial roots help in anchorage and nutrient and gas absorption in oxygen-deficit soil conditions. Most mangrove species have a shallow cable root system that spreads away from the mangrove trunk. There are 5 types of above-ground root adaptations. The first is pneumatophores. Pneumatophores are the conical projections extending vertically upward from the cable root system, extending above the ground at a height proportional to average flooding depths. The second one is knee roots grow above ground and then back down into sediment. Third is stilt or prop roots. They branch from the main tree trunk, extending downward to the soil surface forming fine roots in the soil. Fourth is buttress roots. Buttress roots are the blade-like structures as modifications of lower tree trunks. Fifth is aerial roots. They are the stilt roots from tree trunks and branches extending downward but not attaching to the soil. The root possesses a triple-layered pore structure in the epidermis. This feature helps to filter most sodium ions at the first sublayer of the outermost layer. The high blockage of sodium ions is due to the high surface zeta potential of the first layer. The The second layer, which is composed of macroporous structures, also facilitates sodium ion filtration. Another important feature present in these roots is lenticles. These specialized cells help to survive in anaerobic conditions by providing oxygen passage to internal tissues. Other physiological adaptations of roots include ethylene accumulation, which promotes adventitious root production, and tannins that might reduce the phytotoxic effects of reduced iron and sulfides in the soil solution, as well as sequestration of dissolved organic nitrogen. Vivipary is the most important adaptation of many mangrove species. In this case, the embryo grows while still attached to the parent plant. Vivipary occurs in a broad range of habitats and species, including cacti, and it is common among mangrove trees. But not all mangroves have this vivipary, and they have cryptovivipary. Cryptovivipary is another condition where the embryo grows to break through the seed coat, but not the fruit wall before it splits open. Cryptovivipary can be seen in species like Avicennia. Once the germinated seed drops into the soil, they continue to grow in the soil. This special mechanism helps in seed germination while living in harsh conditions. Thank you for watching our video. If you like our video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more awesome content.